I have recently reread the Long Ring, Long Island arc, and I found some interesting things. Since we now know more about Luffy's fruit, there may be some clues here. The theory is that Joyboy has visited this island at one point in time, and he was the cause of this goofy island. I believe there are a few clues that support that theory. We can see that when the crew first sees Long Ring Island, most crewmates are feeling indifferent about the island except Luffy. It makes sense why Luffy likes the island because he and Joyboy represent freedom, which will be relevant later. Firstly, after setting foot on the island, we are introduced to this strange island. Animals and trees are stretched. They are not big and scaled like the animals in Little Garden. They are literally stretched as if someone pulled on them. After wandering around, Luffy and the gang are introduced to a nomad named Tonjit. His clothes seem to have symbols of suns on it, which could be Nika foreshadowing. Even more evidence is shown after Tonjit says, "Long time no see. Are you well to Luffy?" Tonjit might have felt something familiar when seeing Luffy's face, as he has inherited the fruit that has caused the island to be the way it is. Which comes back to the point that fruits inherit the wills of the prior user. Luffy then asks Tonjit why the island is like this, and he responds by saying that everyone who lives here feels free. This comes back to my point about freedom, as Luffy is representing the theme of freedom in the series, as his dream is to be the most free man on the sea. When Luffy turned Gear 5, he states that he feels like he can do anything, making him truly free. Similarly, the animals on the island are also free to stretch as much as they want on this playing field, where not even mountains can limit the freedom. Obviously, the term stretching reminds us of Luffy's gum-gum abilities. He can stretch, and so can the animals on the island. After his awakening, we assume that he can also stretch his environment around him, making the environment rubbery and stretchy. Since Luffy was able to stretch the ground in the fight versus Kaido, the prior user of his fruit might have affected the island by stretching all living things on it. This would be similar to how Akainu and Kuzan have permanently changed the environment on Punk Hazard. If the One Piece turns out to be something that connects the world so that people of all races and cultures can party in peace, then Long Ring Long Land could be a microcosm for that idea. It has many small islands that are naturally separated, similar to the islands of the One Piece world. Most people won't ever leave the island they were born on. Only a few have the resources and the guts to venture out into the dangerous sea, but not everyone can do that. So it is lonely. Therefore, the connection of islands might be the goal. Since a ring is connecting the islands of Long Ring Long Land, the red line could be stretched and formed by Luffy so that it connects all islands of the world. Not only could people freely travel by ship, they could also walk to the next island or build train tracks. It could be like a highway in the form of a ring, with connecting paths to all the islands. So in conclusion, Nika Joyboy was the reason for the condition of Long Ring Long Land, as it embodies the theme of freedom, and it is resonating with Luffy to a great degree, since he inherited traits from Nika. Furthermore, it functions as a parallel for the One Piece world, where freedom and connection between people are overarching themes. Comment your thoughts on the theory down below and make sure to check out some of my other theories. Peace out.